Have you ever thought about what you would be willing to risk to completely transform your life? How much are you willing to put on the line to make your biggest dreams come true? These are questions that many of us avoid asking ourselves because we know that the answer requires courage, sacrifice, and the willingness to face painful failures. But today, I invite you to think seriously about these questions because they could be the key to completely changing your perspective on life and success. Today, I will tell you a story that could change the way you see failure, success, and the meaning of true personal growth. The story of a person who, despite constant failures, managed to emerge stronger and more determined than before. I promise you that this story will not only inspire you, but will show you how failure is, in fact, one of the most powerful and transformative forces you can encounter on your journey. Stay with us until the end, because the lesson you will discover will give you a new perspective on failure and how to turn it into your greatest ally for success. And beware, it could really change the course of your life. There are moments in which the decisions you make can truly mark a before and after in your existence. And this story will show you how to face those moments with a winning mindset. Before starting this incredible story, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss our motivational content that will help you find your path to success. Our videos are designed to offer you food for thought and concrete tools to face everyday challenges and transform failure into a source of strength and growth. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." There is a truth in this that many of us avoid. Settling is the first step towards a mediocre life. Think about how many times you have stopped yourself from reaching your full potential simply because you were afraid of failing or stepping out of your comfort zone. It's a feeling we all know all too well, settling for the bare minimum because it seems safe. But there's more. Today, I want to share with you the story of a man who learned the true meaning of failure and turned every defeat into a springboard to success. Denzel Washington. Denzel wasn't always the famous actor we know today. His career has been filled with failures, rejections, and moments of despair. Imagine being a young actor just starting out, dreaming of stepping onto Broadway and of being rejected over and over again, despite your hard work and determination. Denzel has been through it all, but he has never let those failures define him. Instead, he has used them to grow, to improve, and to push himself. Every no he received pushed him to work even harder, to become better, to become a better version of himself. Remember the famous saying, "Fail forward"? That phrase is at the heart of his success. When he fell, he didn't look for a safe haven to run to. No, Denzel never had a plan B. He always wanted to fall forward, toward new horizons. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you clung to a backup plan, a stopgap solution, just to avoid taking too many risks? It's easy to take refuge in what's safe, in what's known. But real change, real growth, happens when you're willing to let go of those certainties and fall forward toward the unknown. Denzel Washington's lesson is clear. Don't be afraid to fail. Be willing to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, because that's where real growth happens. Every time you try, even if you fail, you get a little closer to success. Failure is not the end. It's just a step along the way. Every mistake you make, every defeat you face, brings you closer to the best version of yourself. When you look at an athlete like Reggie Jackson, You don't think about his losses or his numerous strikeouts. No, you remember his home runs. In the same way, people will forget your failures. They will only remember your successes. But those successes will only come if you are willing to take risks, to fall, to fail, and to get up stronger than before. Denzel has learned that it's not how many times you fall, but how you get up. Every time you fail, you have a new opportunity to learn, to grow, to do better. Denzel talks about failing his first big Broadway audition. He didn't get the part. His reaction? Don't give up. He didn't stop trying. He kept fighting for years until, 30 years later, he had his revenge on the same stage. 30 years is a long time, but Denzel never gave up. He continued to believe in his dreams, even when they seemed unattainable. And that's what brought him success. Perseverance, the ability to never give up, even in the face of the toughest challenges. How many times have you given up because a failure made you believe you were not good enough? Do you think that failure is an end or a new opportunity? Leave your opinion in the comments. I want to know what you think. These moments of reflection are essential to better understand yourself and your path. Failure does not mean being incapable. It means being on the right path, the one that leads you to success. Many people live their lives avoiding risks, fearing failure. But the truth is that failure is inevitable. If you really want to change your life, if you want to experience the success you dream of, you must be willing to fail, because failure is just a step towards success. Every misstep, every mistake you make, teaches you something new, pushes you to improve, to become stronger. Think about it. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. But we don't remember his failures. We only remember the end result. Every failure is a step forward. Every mistake brings you closer to your goal. Every time Edison failed, he didn't get discouraged, but looked for a new way to make his invention work. And finally, after 1,000 attempts, he succeeded. His story is a perfect example of how failure is nothing more than a stepping stone to success. Society teaches us to be afraid of failure, to see it as a sign of weakness. But if we look at the stories of successful people, we see one constant. Everyone, sooner or later, fails. The difference lies in how they react to failure. Successful people see failure as an opportunity to improve, to grow, to learn something new. They don't let obstacles discourage them. They face them head on and keep moving forward. Denzel Washington invites us to change the way we see things. Failure is not an obstacle, it is an opportunity. An opportunity to learn, to improve, and to grow. Every time you fail, you have the opportunity to do better, to correct your mistakes, to become stronger. Don't let failure stop you. Use it as a push to move forward. Imagine this. You are on your deathbed, and around you are the ghosts of missed opportunities, unrealized dreams, ideas not brought to fruition. What would you think in that moment? Would you have regrets? Or will you be proud of having given it your all, of having taken risks, of having failed, yes, but also of having lived fully? This is a question we should all ask ourselves. Time is limited, and we cannot afford to waste it by living below our potential. This is the question Denzel asks each of us. Are you willing to risk it all to live a life that is truly worthwhile? Or will you settle for living below your potential? The world needs people who are willing to give it their all, to risk it all, to use their gifts and talents to improve the lives of others. It's not about how much you have, but what you do with it. Are you ready to step out there? Are you ready to take those life-changing risks? Before continuing, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create new inspirational content that can change the lives of many. If this video inspired you, don't stop here. Continue your journey to success by watching the next video we have prepared for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time.